Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel here. Now in today's video guys, I'm going to be bringing you version 2 of my strong close scheme. I originally had one, I believe, a month or so ago. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a new and improved version of this. If you do want to check it out though, it's going to be in the card, as well as with my two most recent videos that I'm going to mention a little bit later. But pretty much guys, we're going to be going over strong close. I'm first going to touch up on the pre-play adjustments and your substitutions you're going to make, and then we are going to head into the reads basically and the setup that you're going to use against all of the popular coverages in Madden today. Now quickly, before we get in the video guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter and Twitch, link is down below. Twitch, I'm trying to stream every weekend, and Twitter, you'll get updated when my new videos get posted, as well as when I go live on Twitch. And then also, as I mentioned before, two most recent videos as well as the first strong close scheme are going to be in the top right of your screen right now. Anyway guys, let's go ahead, let's get into it. Okay guys, so we're going to be running out of strong close here. Now, the pre-play adjustments that I like to do is I like to first put my packages on twin halfback. And basically what this is going to allow you to do here is it's going to allow you to sub in a running back at fullback. So what I did was I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire right here, and then I also have Le'Veon Bell as well. And then what I did was in this receiver position, I put my second fastest receiver, which is McCall Hardman. Lucky me. I put him right here, and then I put Tyreek Hill on the outside. This is going to be your best receiver and also maybe your fastest receiver as well. If you have like Tyreek Hill or whatnot, you can just go and put him right here, and then McCall Hardman's going to be right here. So basically, the play we're going to be talking about today is going to be this wide trail. This strong close actually has some pretty good plays, but this wide trail is very good. I've labbed with it very extensively, and I've found that it is a pretty good money play and can beat virtually every coverage. Like most of the popular coverages in the game can get beat pretty easily in this. So pretty much guys, we're going to go over your reads and the setup against multiple different coverages. Today I think we're going to touch up on cover 2, cover 3, man coverage, cover 4 palms, and then also the cover 4 quarters. Well, actually, I think palms and quarters are kind of the same, because in my notes right here, I'm just going to pull it up here. Really, the reads for cover 3, cover 4 drop, and I think cover 4 quarters as well are relatively the same here, and I think palms has like one flaw out of it. So I mean, they're relatively the same when it comes to coverages. So basically guys, we're first going to be running wide trail against cover 2, so let's get into it. All right guys, so here we go. This is going to be the big nickel over G cover 2. Now with big nickel over G, you are going to have a safety in the box right here. As you can see, we have Eric Rowe right here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to baseline and press just the normal Madden setup, and basically I'm just going to go over your setup. Now cover 2 here, if you're base aligned and pressed, obviously your cornerbacks are going to be, or your opponent's cornerbacks are going to be, you know, deeper in, but usually out of a stock cover 2, they will be at around the 42-yard line, which is going to be around 7 yards back of you. So that's going to be really important to note. And then also there's going to be 2 high safeties on this play. And what we're going to do on this here is there's actually a cover 2 beating route. It's going to be the one that McCall Hardman's on right here. It's kind of like a fade, I guess you could call it, but it has more of a sharper cut to the left. So what we're going to do here, if you do see this coverage, is we're going to put X on a corner route, which is why it's really good. I would recommend that you have either tight end apprentice, round apprentice, or hot route master on your quarterback, obviously in MUT. But in regs, you can use the Buccaneers, the Eagles, the Chiefs, or the 49ers. All those guys are eligible in this scheme and are basically our best use in this scheme, because Ertz and Kelsey have tight end apprentice. That you have as well Brady has hot route master, and then Kittle for the 49ers has route apprentice. So basically that's just, you know, basically the setup here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put X on a corner route, which is the tight end, which is triangle X, and then right on the D-pad. And then we're just going to click on to Tyreek Hill right here, the O receiver, and we're going to motion him out to the right. We're going to motion hike him, and you're going to see right away that this route gets wide open by McCall Hardman, and it's a very easy bomb against cover 2. Now what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to set up this play, and I'm basically going to go over your reads and what they look like. So I just put X on a corner, and then I'm going to motion Tyreek Hill out to the right. So we're just going to sit in the pocket for a little bit, and we're just going to kind of wait here, and I'm going to be going over all the routes in detail. Obviously that doesn't count because I most likely would have been sacked or something like that. So we're just going to take a look real quick at the routes I want to highlight, which is going to be square, X, and O. So we're just going to highlight them right now. So we're going to take a look here. So first we're going to be looking at this square route right here. As I mentioned, the cover 2 beating route. You're going to see that I currently have all my flats on 5 yards. That's what I've seen most people running online. You're going to see, because the flats are on 5 yards, McCole Hardman's going to be able to penetrate the soft spot in the cover 2, and it's going to allow him to basically get a one-play touchdown, because this deep half held by Bobby McCain is not going to be able to cover it, and that's just going to be a really easy one-play touchdown. Next, we're going to highlight as well the tight end corner route. Now, obviously, my flats are on 5 yards. If the flats were on like 15 yards or 10 yards, it'd be a harder throw. But you're going to see that he actually gets really good separation here. And I actually really like this route as well against man coverage, because it gets really good separation. Even if your tight end's matched up on a safety like Kelsey was, he still gets great separation. And as you can see, we could just throw it right over this cloud flat and also right under this deep half to get a really easy like 15-yard gain. Then we're also going to take a look at this slant as well. You're going to see that right here, I can go and I can lowball this slant by holding L2 as I press the O icon. What that's going to allow me to do is I'm basically going to throw the ball low and I'm going to possession catch it, which is going to get me a really easy 5 to 6 yards right here. Now, this table route is initially open right here, but because my flats are set on 5 yards, this cloud flat's going to adjust and he's going to play Le'Veon Bell pretty tight right here, so I'm not going to be able to really throw it to him. But you're going to have basically 3 reads on this play. You're going to have, first of all, the beating route here with this fade. Then you're also going to have the corner route with Kelsey, your tight end, and then you're also going to have the slant. Now, there's another route as well I want to touch up on as well. It's going to be a running back wheel route. I'm going to be putting Edwards-Helaire on that route. So what I'm going to do, just going to double tap triangle right here, and I'm just going to do the same setup. Basically, you want this wheel route to go left. The reason why is because if this wheel route goes to the right, the other corner is going to be able to cover it, and that's just not going to be good. Now, I do have 3 X factors activated, I know, but I mean, honestly, you can do it without the X factors activated and it's still going to be good. So we're just going to baseline press once again, and I'm just going to show you guys really quickly. We're just going to run this play, and you're going to see that this wheel route gets pretty much wide open right there. Probably should have possession caught it. That's my bad, or even lowballed it, but we were still able to get that for a solid 5-6 yards. So that's going to do it here for the cover 2. Now we're going to move on to cover 3. All right, guys, so as I touched up on before here, basically cover 3, cover 4 palms, cover 4 quarters, and cover 4 drop, and also I think cover 3 match as well. The reads are basically the same here. I did a lot of labbing, trust me, and I found that the reads are basically the same. And now your reads on this play that I found are going to be really good are going to be your low ball slant to the right, a quick out route on the left, your fullback table route, and then obviously the running back wheel route. I mean, wheels are just nuts. But essentially what we're going to do if I come up against a cover 3, which if I'm coming out against its stock, it's going to have a cornerback here. It's going to be Byron Jones. He's going to be more down in the box. You're also going to have Eric Rowe down here as well. You're going to have 2 corners on the outside backed up 7 yards, and you're going to have 1 deep safety. Now, obviously, when we base the line and press, it's going to look differently. That safety is going to move over to the right, as well as the cornerbacks are going to kind of kick out left. And basically, I cannot keep square on this route, because if I keep him on this route, it's basically going to get stopped, because the outside corner, I'm just going to show you the zone. The outside corner's an outside quarter. What that's going to do, he's going to follow McCole Hardman, and when I throw this ball, it's basically going to get intercepted. So what we're going to do to combat that here is I like to go and I like to put square on an out route, which could be triangle, square, and left on the left stick. By the way, all of these setups will be in the description. Next thing we're going to do here is we are going to go and put, obviously, triangle or the running back on a wheel, which is what we're going to do right now. Now, if you forgot what it was, it's going to be double tapping triangle, flicking the right stick up. And then at this point here, we're just going to motion out Tyreek Hill to the right. And I'm just going to show you guys. So we're just going to step back in the pocket. We're going to let the routes develop, and then we're going to go over an instant replay as we always do. So I throw an absolute laser to Tyreek Hill. Went off yesterday, which is nuts. But basically, we're going to take a look here in the instant replay, and we're just going to go over these routes. So we're going to be first touching up on, obviously, the wheel route by the running backs. So we're going to take a look at this route, and you're going to see that he goes out left, and basically nobody's near him. Apart from this guy, really nobody's near him, and he can turn up field with a Tyreek Hill block for an easy like 10-15 yards, and you could just throw this ball all day pretty much. And the user is once again going to be more concerned, or not going to be once again, but he'll be more concerned with the slant and this kind of trail route right here, and this Texas route, and also the table route, that he's not really going to notice the wheel route right under his nose. And then also we're going to take a look at that table route I had mentioned before. You're going to see that against the cover 3, it's going to be really lax. These guys are going to play back in a stock cover 3. So as a result, we're going to be able to dump off to this table route all day pretty much and get a very easy 10-15 yards even if he breaks a few tackles. Moving on, we're going to take a look at this out route right here with McCole Harmon. Once again, corners play back. It's going to be easy money right here. This guy actually backs up in the curl flat, Byron Jones. Because he does that, it's going to give McCole Harmon space to catch that all day, every day. You're going to get a very easy 7 yards on this play. Now we're going to move on to the final read here, which is going to be this slant route. You're going to see that right here I can throw this ball and I'm going to low ball it, and I'll get a very easy 5, 6, even 7 yards on this play, because this linebacker is not even going to be close to making a play on this guy, because he's more really in position to pick off the route by Kelsey, and that's most likely going to be the user. He's not really going to notice the slant coming from the right side. So once again, I mentioned it's very similar to the reads you're going to have against cover 4 palms, cover 4 quarters, cover 3 match, and cover 4 drop. So guys, pretty much now we're just going to move into man coverage. All right guys, so basically what you're going to see here out of man coverage, it's going to be basically the same look as a cover 3. And I'm just going to base align and press here. Now, when I do that, you're going to see that the safety actually comes up, or the corner here, Byron Jones, he's going to come into kind of a safety spot. And also the reads are going to be the same for cover 2 man and also cover 1. So it's really just the same play right here. So what we're going to do, how we're going to set up this play, I'm just looking at my notes here. How we're going to set up this play is we are going to go and we are going to put square on an out route once again, which should be triangle, square, and then left on the left stick. Then we are going to put X on a corner route, which is triangle, X, and right on the dpad. And then we're just going to motion slant Tyreek Hill to the right. Now, the only difference you're going to see is when I motion him out, or actually, it's not even going to happen when I motion him out, but I bet if I motion someone out, what's going to happen is the corner's going to follow him, which is going to be really key. So I'm just going to go, and I'm going to go back, then I'm going to motion hike them, and basically once again we're going to drop back in the pocket. I'll let you see all the reads and whatnot, and then we'll move on. You know, as you can see, my man Emmanuel Ogbah is getting a freaking instant shed, and we end up actually basically losing the ball right there, so that's fun. But let's quickly take a look here at this instant replay, and I'm going to show you guys the reads on this play. So the first read we're going to go over here, the wheel route actually does not work against man coverage. I will say that does not work. So, and also the table route is pretty much irrelevant on this play. So you could block them, that's fine, but I kind of like to have the table route out there as a little bit of a secret weapon. So let's quickly cover the first read here, which is going to be your out route. So we're going to take a look at this. I mean, we could lowball this right here and get a very easy completion because the receiver has the inside leverage on the cornerback. Now, how you're going to lowball it once again, you're just going to hold L2 as you press the receiver icon. And that's basically going to be your first read here. Is going to be that out route, which is square. Your next read is going to be this O route right here, this slant. You're going to see that right about here, you're going to be able to throw this ball because in man coverage, motion slants are killer. And plus it is Tyreek Hill as well. He's going to beat out pretty much every corner in the game unless you have like probably Deion Sanders or something like that. I don't know. Like in his prime, he could probably race him. But basically, you're going to have him wide open. And then also this table route, you're going to see gets picked up pretty well by this linebacker. So that's why he's taken out of the equation. But I really want to preface here this corner route. You're going to see how much separation this gets. He's on a safety, and he's getting that much separation, Travis Kelce. Now, we know it's Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends in the league, on Kayvon Frazier, the absolute legend. But you're going to see on this play, the separation he gets is insane. Like, we can throw this ball all day and get easy completions and whatnot. I mean, it applies for all man coverage too. Like, this corner route gets some seriously good separation, and those are going to be your reads. So once again here, against cover 2, your reads are going to be that far left route, that fade route, which is going to be your beater. Then you're going to have the running back wheel route if you're on the middle or the right hash. And then you're also going to have the tight end corner. And then out of cover 3, normal cover 3 zone, cover 4 palms, cover 4 quarters, cover 3 match, and cover 4 drop zone, you are going to be looking on that low ball slant to the right, the quick out route on the left, the fullback table route, or the running back wheel route. And then finally in man coverage, you're going to be looking for the out route, the low ball slant, and the tight end corner. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like. Let's try to smash 5 likes. I'll be bringing you guys part 2 sometime this week. Guys, take care. Most importantly, stay classy.